Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Renowned Zero, and today we're going to be doing a video about Simon Pegg saying that the Star Wars fan base is the most toxic at the moment, even though we're not. There is a minority of them, but they're not real Star Wars fans because they believe in this trash Disney fan fiction that no one gives a shit about because no one's buying the merchandise from the Disney sequel trilogy because it's garbage. We're gonna go through this article, Bounding into Comics, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on this. Simon Pegg says Star Wars fanbase really seems to be the most kind of toxic at the moment. Claims they're angry about a little bit more diversity. Well, we don't know. We care about good diversity, like Lando Calrissian and Mace Windu. We actually like diversity, unlike Moses Ingram's dog shit character that made no fucking sense to have, and her toy did not meet its goal. So there was also that. No one cares about this character. She was an insert that no one gave a shit about. And this is coming from someone who just bought a trilogy pack of Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and The World's End with this guy. Basically, but I'm glad I bought it on sale because I didn't give him my full money. In the opinion of acting Simon Pegg, the Star Wars fanbase really seems to be the most kind of toxic at the moment, a trait which he believes stems from their anger over a little bit more diversity in a galaxy far, far away. We didn't give a shit about Maz Kanata. She was an irrelevant ass character that did nothing for the story. Uh, we liked Lando Calrissian. We liked Mace Windu. What are you talking about? We liked the aliens. We liked Ahsoka. I mean, we liked Alia Sakura. I mean, we liked Yoda, for fuck's sake. Jesus, man. Peku himself, funny, has appeared in the once beloved franchise as both Dengar in the 12th episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars 4th season and Jakku Junker boss Unkar Plutt in The Force Awakens, which who gives a shit about this character? Nobody. Shared his opinion during a recent appearance on comedic pair Jim Norton and Sam Roberts self-titled Sirius XM show Jim and Sam. When no one listens to Sirius XM. No one seriously listens to that dog shit. Asked by Roberts who he found to have the hardest fans to please when you're like jumping into the franchise between Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars with the host knowing. I mean, these are people who take these licenses very, very seriously. The actor asserted. To be honest, and as someone who kind of was, kicked off about the prequels when they came out, the Star Wars fan base really seems to be the most kind of toxic at the moment. No. We seem to be the most passionate besides like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings has the most passionate fan base. Star Wars is arguably the second most passionate because it's one of the biggest franchises in the world, and we hate what has become of Star Wars with the dog shit sequel trilogy and what they did to Gina Carano. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus. I'm probably being very controversial to say that, Adipeg. I mean, I'm out of it now. I apologize for the things I said about, Jar Jar Binks, because of course there was a fucking actor involved. Yeah, you're kind of a dick. He continued. He was getting a lot of flack, and it was a human being, and because it got a lot of hate, he suffered. I feel terrible about being part of that. Yeah, because you're a dick. People didn't like Jar Jar Binks. Those are asshole people that that said these horrible things to a guy who was just playing a character and playing a role in a movie. They didn't like. Those are shitty people. Those are not fans. Those are just shitty people. Conversely, the J.J. Abrams cinematic Star Trek trilogy Star then told his host that he found Star Trek fans have always been very, very inclusive. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. Star Trek is about diversity. Yeah, fake diversity, not diversity of skin color, not diversity of thought. Argued the actor. It's been since 1966. It always was. There's always no sort of like, oh, you're suddenly being woke. No, Star Trek was woke from the beginning. No, it wasn't. I've watched a few episodes of Star Trek. It wasn't woke. You're lying. It's massively progressive. With Star Wars, suddenly there's a little bit more diversity. It was kicking off about it. He said as he drew his thoughts to close, and it's really really sad. Well, for one thing, the fact that there was a black stormtrooper made no damn sense to the lore, considering that all of the clones were clones of Jango Fett, which was a white dude. I mean, it doesn't make sense. That's the first reason why we're mad. But then again, some people we came to like Finn because he could have had an amazing story arc. But of course, the Disney treated that character like it was dog shit and comedic relief as they do with black characters nowadays in movies. Peg's getting of Star Wars fans as vaguely racist comes roughly 6 weeks after Obi-Wan Kenobi actress Moses Ingram claimed to have received a torrent of racially charged abuse regarding her roles in the series. And yet we're still waiting for receipts for that because typically when that stuff happens, you would have receipts. You would have receipts of these things. But clearly Moses Ingram didn't have receipts and she looked like a damn fool. Also, we love James Earl Jones. I forgot to mention, we also love James Earl Jones. We also like James Earl Jones. I don't understand what people don't understand. We like James Earl Jones as well, and he's black, and he was the voice of Darth Vader. You know. Sorry about my microphone turning off. For some reason, it always does this. I don't understand it. However, as seen in screenshots shared by the actress herself in support of these claims, Ingram received only one explicitly racist message, with her only examples ranging from a reference to South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut to a negative message in which someone wrote, "You're a diversity hire, you won't be allowed to remember for this acting role." Not saying it's 100%. First, well, most likely she's loved by people, but she really was a diversity hire, and no one's going to remember this character, as you can tell by her terrible sales for her toy didn't work out. He had this lightsaber campaign that didn't work out. It was $500 and no one cared. It didn't reach its goal. Unlike the GI Joe, as you can see here, it didn't reach its goal. Unlike the GI Joe release that happened right after that reached its goal, and also with this Rancor also reached its goal because people actually liked the Rancor. This is from the original trilogy. People actually liked the Rancor, unlike dog shit Reba. But you know who doesn't consider you toxic? Young Ripper 59. So back his campaign. He's an awesome dude. He's a real deal. This comic is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. ISO number one. You have cover A, cover B, cover C, and of course you have hats, you have posters, you have shirts, you have trading cards, you got signed stuff that the sign did have signed stuff, but as a recording of this video, like about 8 minutes ago, it was removed because he had to because his hands would fall off and how many signed copies, but they got multiple bundles and you can choose from a bunch of different things. So do back this project if you're interested in independent comics. This is going to be a great one. I am so hyped for this. I've already got my two signed copies, my shirt, my poster, and I'm probably going back and get a hat and another shirt because it's awesome. And that's all I have for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe if you like to see more. Let me know what you think about Simon Pegg's comments in the comment section down below. Subscribe for more content. Follow me over on Twitch. I will put my Twitch channel link in the description. If you like RPG games, Halo, we do retro games as well. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.